In the early morning, Boyan held her breath, clutching a pregnancy test in her trembling hands. A ray of moonlight snaked in through the curtains, revealing her surprised and shocked expression as Lane slowly appeared. It was a positive result. Tears welled up in her eyes, but instead of a smile, her face showed a mixture of emotions. She dropped the test from her hands, her right palm touched her stomach. Wine. We are gonna be parents. Jay would be so emotional and happy about the pregnancy if he knew. But now I am hesitant to tell him. If I do tell him, he will definitely inform our parents. And then how can I face them? I can't bear the thought of my mom looking at me with the judgment, her broken heart, and hating me. On the other hand, Tay's parents were waiting to talk to him early in the morning. Tay was leaving from there, looking serious, but then he noticed them. But he looked back and continued walking. But he stopped when Taehyung called him, making him turn to look at back. Haewon. Tae. Tae hadn't spoken, or at least he didn't call her mom yet. Kim. Tae, she wants to talk to you. Please sit and give her some time. Tae. I have to go. Haewon. Just 2 minutes, Tae. He looked at her, and as he gazed at her face, he couldn't refuse her. So he walked towards them and sat on the sofa with a cold expression. Then Haewon sat next to him, further adding to Tae's confusion. Haewon, I wanted to tell you that I'm not his only wife. Your mom is too, but somehow I feel like you don't like me. That's why you didn't accept me and my daughter as your family. If you don't like me, or if there is any reason bothering you, please let me know. If I'm a burden to you, I can leave from here. I really don't want to be a burden to you. Seeing her kindness and hearing her words, Tay was speechless. How could she be so kind? He also realized that she was sad because he had never seen her as his mom. He slightly regretted it because his parents weren't happy, so he for the first time decided to do something for her. Mom, please don't feel sad because of me. Kim and Haewon were surprised because Tae suddenly started speaking to them calmly with no anger. You aren't a burden to me, not at all. Please be with us. Never think I hate you. Haewon, then why were you angry last night? Tae, I fell in a mission, so I showered my anger here. I couldn't expect it in the right place. Kim, that's why I have told you many times, Tae, to leave the profession, but you never listen to me. Haewon, Kim, please. She stopped him. Tae, could you take a few days off from your work and spend time with the family? It will help you feel better. Tae, sure, Mom. His phone started ringing and answered it. Without listening to the other side, he said he is busy for a few days, that all work would be handled until he returns. After saying some more, he hung up the call and looked at Haewon. That's my boy, Kim. And what about me? Haewon, of course you aren't like Tae. She slapped his shoulder, then started laughing, and Tae was also watching both of them while admiring them, recalling Wyan's words too. I think she is somehow right, against my will. If I hadn't listened to her and told our parents about us, then I will definitely wouldn't have seen this happiness on their faces. But hiding and acting is also not correct, is it? I will definitely tell them about us when the time is right and convince Wyan too. He is thinking while admiring his parents. After Wyan freshened up and came downstairs, she saw her mother and Tae talking to each other so friendly. Seeing them, she couldn't believe her eyes. She stood there with a surprised look. Then Kim patted her shoulder and making her look at him. Kim, isn't it delightful seeing them both like that, Wyan? She nodded and forced a smile. Wyan, yes, it is. Kim, are you okay? Your face looks pale. He tapped her cheeks. Then Tae noticed Wyan with his father, the way his father was talking with Wyan, and he lost himself. Haewon, isn't it beautiful day? Finally my wish is granted. Wyan got her dad. He looked at her with a nervous look and nodded, but his eyes didn't match hers, as he was keeping their matter as a secret. Kim grabbed Wyan's hand and guided to her them. Sitting beside them, Tae wasn't looking directly at Wyan, but rather hesitantly. Haewon, you know what? Tae called me mom. You're right, Wyan. It seems like everything is going like that, she said while smiling. Wine gave a small smile to her mom, but looked at Tae with a disappointed expression. Kim, Tae, are you free now? Tae, yeah. Kim, Wine looked so down. Kindly take her with you outside. Wine looked at him with a blank expression. Heaven, I also wanted to ask this Tae. Kim, Tae, why are you hesitating? She is like your sister too. Don't call her that she is my own sister. Tae's anger flared. He got up and shouted uncommonly. But he quickly realized that he had messed up and tried to cover it. Wine was frozen in shock. Tae, I mean we are both the same age, so why use formalities? He tried to make them believe him, and Wine also got up and helped him to start from the confusion. Wine, Dad, I'm fine, I'm just tired. Kim, are you sure? Okay, go. Tae, okay, come with me if you have no problem. Wine, it's okay, I have some work. Sorry. Saying that, she walked out of there. He wanted to go with her, but his parents were looking at him, so he couldn't, and he sat down next to him. It's been 4 days, and Tae has been trying to convince her. Still, she is in the state of confusion. She wants to reveal it, but is scared what might happen. Even though she knows it's not possible to hide the pregnancy for 3 or 4 more months, she is taking time to make a decision on how to make deal with it. Tae was deep in thought in the living room while Heaven was busy and cooking in the kitchen. Wine was coming downstairs and suddenly she felt dizzy. Her eyes went blank. At the moment, Tae looked up and saw Wine closing her eyes, clutching her head as if she were ready to fall down from the stairs. Without hesitation, he rushed to her and calling her name. Hearing his loud call, Tae's parents hurried over and found Wine in Tae's arms unconscious. Tae carried her to the bedroom and showing a level of concern that left everyone puzzled. So Tae's parents called a doctor and the doctor informed them that she is pregnant. After the doctor finished her examination, she left. Kim and Heaven were in shock, but Tae's eyes swelled up with tears as he felt Wine's lonely pain, wondering how she could bear this pain and inside. Kim, does Wine have a boyfriend? Heaven, I didn't know until now. How could she hide it and do such a thing? I really didn't think Wine could do such a thing. I didn't expect Wine could go through with it. I will ask her. Tae, Mom, please don't. Blocked her way. Heaven, Tae, please move aside. Should I need to know how she gave up her freedom and did it? Tae, Mom, don't say anything that. Lower her character. His angry shout left him frozen. And then Wine began to regain her senses, attempt to open her eyes to see. Tae, she never crossed her limits or anything. If you want to blame or hurt her, then hurt me. Blame me because I'm the one who made her pregnant. Kim, how could you lie to yourself and do this with her? Don't you have any shame? He was about to slap Tae, but Wine stopped him before he could. Wine, Dad, please don't. Kim, Wine, I still can't believe this. You both know what you two are to each other, right? Then Wine looked down, leaving his hand with teary eyes, while Heaven looked at them crying. Tae, we did it before both you get married. We have been in love with each other for 2 years before your marriage. We are both struggling to figure out how to handle this situation with you both, just to keep you both happy together. Wine and I have been crying every day trying not to hurt you both. He pointed at Kim and Heaven, explaining how they first met and fell in love the moment they had to do it and how they have been suffered due to their parents' marriage. They have been living separately too. Hearing all this, Heaven and Kim's hearts were broken and they realized that it's too late. Their son and daughter have been crying every day because of them. Heaven, how could you both grow and mature so much in front of you both? We are nothing. Kim, we are sorry. We feel embarrassed, bad, and literally we separate both of you. Tae, Dad, it's not both of your faults too. Wine, yes, Dad and Mom. We couldn't bear to see both of you like this. That's why we couldn't tell you this earlier too. Heaven, Wine and Tae, get ready. Tomorrow is your wedding. Kim, no, today please. Hearing this, Wine and Tae looked at each other with tears. Kim, Heaven, come with me, and we have no time. We have to arrange our speedily. Wine, but Dad. Kim, don't worry about anything. You know what? Step siblings can legally marry each other because they aren't considered blood relatives. State laws generally don't prohibit marriage between step siblings, as they don't share a close blood relationship that could pose genetic cancers for offspring. Then Wayne smiled slightly and Tay hugged his dad, and his dad Hayvon and left from there for arranging weddings works. Tay, so how could you hide it from me? Wayne, I'm sorry Tay, we are going to be parents. He bent down and placed his hand side of her waist and kissed her on her belly, and get straight up and looked into her eyes. Wayne, I love you. Tay, I love you more than myself. He pecked her lips. Wayne and Tay got married. After waiting for 9 months, they were blessed with a baby girl, bringing them a lots of happiness and emotion.